Oh my God. And let me tell you, today was a little bit better than yesterday. But when I started out yesterday, you know, the guy was coming from England, the piano guy was coming. I was potentially going down to Palm Beach to look at a trailer I'm using for a move for a little project that's going to be pretty cool. And I just kept videoing, and I thought, oh my God, when I started downloading the videos, and then I said, you know, I tell you what we're going to do. Let's put this together in a little bit of a showpiece as a day in the life of Kermit. So please come and join me, and we'll see how my days normally go. Hey, Kermit Weeks here, Fantasy of Flight, and I just got called by my gal there. There's a gentleman that came over from England, Tom Smith, and he basically is over here involved with a fairy swordfish project that they bought out of Canada. And anyway, they're restoring it, and they want to take a peek at mine because mine came out of Canada. There was a guy named Ernie Simmons that had, I think, about 8 of them or something, but they were all wartime airplanes that didn't, you know, get used after the war. And when he passed away, his estate sold stuff. So we will see what we can find. Where is he? All right. My first airplane. Built when I was in high school. What's happening?
Hi,
Kermit. Yeah, good. How was the flight over?
Oh, it was fine. Yeah, no bother at all.
Good. Yeah, we'll just head out this way. Just deal with the camera, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I thought, what the hell, we'll do something and maybe promote what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It's great to be here.
So, have you ever been to Fantasy of Flight?
No, coming to see my
Oh my God.
in America.
Well, there's the B-26.
You've been flying the A-26?
Yeah, a little bit. I got that one flight in it. It's probably about 10 hours in it now, but anyway, we'll see.
How's everything going?
Good. Check this out. Check out this Boeing, man. Yeah. Oh, this is S-39, yeah. So I've only got a couple airplanes flying right now, but this thing just came out of a 30-year restoration, so we're assembling it. This thing is a piece of art. It's really gorgeous.
It's a Boeing.
Yeah, Boeing 100. This is original. They only built 4 civilian ones. The rest of them were Army P-12s or Navy F-4 or F-2Bs. And this particular one was one of them, came out of the Tall Man's collection, and then I ended up with one of the other ones that Howard Hughes owned, the 100A, which is similar to this, but it's got a jump seat up in the front here for his girlfriends.
It's beautiful. It's very well built.
Cool. I got a million things going on today, so let's get going with this. Eric.
You rang?
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm heading over to Golden Hill with Tom Smith. If you want, why don't you probably come over in about, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes or something, and then you can hang with him because then I gotta be there. The piano guy's showing up here at 10.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, so I've got,
You've got lots of stuff going on.
oh shit. Yeah, and then I'm leaving today. Cows. My wife feeds them oranges. They're waiting for some oranges. Anyway. Okay, now there's no lights, but it will get lighter
Okay.
as the day goes on. And if you need a flashlight, PBY, and2, all sorts of shit. Auto gyro. Shuttleworth sold that to me. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah, a long time ago. B17 TU2s. Vampire. A Meteor 4 came out of the Newark. Huh?
It's incredible. The vampire with the engine.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So, yeah, so this is an Ernie Simmons one.
It is as well.
Yeah, this one's never been touched. And I know, you know, you guys ended up at that one in Canada. I saw that at Oshkosh one year. And, you know, they were having a little bit of engine problems or something, but they flew it, you know, from
absolutely.
You know, wherever. So are you one of the owners that bought it, or are you one of the restoration guys that's working on it?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay, cool.
It's a bit of a mixed project. We went out to Canada. It started because my grandfather was a navigator, an observer in the Navy, in the back seat, and he died, and I got given his logbook, and I was reading through it, and I was looking up all the aircraft, and there was a Swordfish in Canada for sale.
Yeah, that might be it right there, actually, or that might be the Brit one.
That's the Navy one. That's currently being rebuilt.
Okay.
There's only one flying at the moment, and that's the Navy one, and possibly there'll be 3 in the future. But
four,
and the engine's still on the front. Incredible.
Yeah, I ended up too. This is what this
It's a Mercury. It's a Pegasus.
Pegasus.
It's a Mercury with slightly longer cylinders.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a Pegasus.
What does a Bolingbroke have in it?
A Mercury. I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're right. It's the same as a Lysander. So this is a bigger engine.
This is a bigger engine than the Lysander.
Okay. So I do not have.
There are very few of those, and there were lots of them, but they went on big bombers. And they were completely different mark. That's a very early mark.
Okay.
And a completely different engine.
I'll be darned.
And they're quite tricky. But ours is so the Canadians. So Vintage Wings of Canada. They sent their engine to England to be overhauled. Our engine now. Right. And it never worked. It never flew well. So they abandoned the project. We took it up, and we're going to get it going.
Awesome.
The engine's finished almost.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, of course the Canadian ones had the...
Yeah, exactly. So we've still got the shell of the canopy, but it's been taken off.
Right. Yeah, the Brits, this was all open cockpit. Yeah, so I haven't looked at this in a long time. You can see where the gunner thing was here. The gun was...
Tell you almost everything you need to know.
So the purpose of looking at mine is just because mine hasn't been touched.
Because it hasn't been touched.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting things about positions of ancillaries and wiring and all of the structural things that we already know. But it's just nice to see it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Especially with the canopy on, it's so unusual.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, hopefully we'll get a little bit more light here later. And also too, just because what I might do is I'll just you tell me what you may think you need, because when my other guy comes over to just keep you over here, he can give you a ride back. He can hang with you. Do you need screwdrivers?
If you'd let me take a couple of the panels off, that'd be great. They just pop off.
Yeah, they may just pop off. I may need some WD-40 too. So let me show you where the wings are.
That looks like some wings up there.
Yeah.
And the tail plane.
Right. So there's half the wings. The other ones over here, those would be tough to go see. But some other wings over here, right here. Yeah.
So these spar sections.
Oh God, what the hell were they thinking?
They're basically impossible to to remake.
I mean, what were they thinking? How did they do it originally? Did they roll them?
Rolled it.
They rolled them out.
And it's steel.
Yeah.
With steel webbing, and it's rolled through dies.
Right.
Gradually getting smaller, and there's like a return flange on the inside, which makes anyway.
Yeah, you can see them better maybe down here.
They'd be a pain to remake.
So, but I mean, they had the airplane flying, so
we haven't remade our spars. Our spars are good.
So you've got the original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hell, originally they would have looked like mine.
Well, apparently, we don't think that they've been remade in the past. We're pretty convinced they're original, because no one's made them apart from BAE Systems made a set once in the 90s. So the dies are out there. I think Guy Black has them.
Okay.
And you could probably get a set made, but it'd be expensive.
I'll be darned. Unreal. Oh.
And so it's still got all the wiring in it.
Yeah, you know, like I said yesterday,
Yeah.
it was a little bit dark, but then the sun came out and it got pretty nice.
When did this arrive here?
Oh my God!
From the auction or?
No. Somebody would have bought it from the auction. I can't remember when I picked it up, but it might have been. I'm trying to think if I ever had this. I don't think I ever had this in. I don't know if I had this in Miami or not. I'd have to go back and look at the list. But maybe basically the hurricane was 1992, and you know, so then after that we began probably by 94 or 5 we were building the buildings up here, so we were starting to move stuff. But I can ask Paul, you know, because Paul would have moved this from Miami, or it arrived here. More than likely, I had this in Miami. So it would have been in the 80s when I bought this.
Really?
But it had gone through, you know, at least whoever bought it from the Ernie Simmons auction. I could go back and look through the paperwork. I'll check that out.
Yeah, because there was, I think I can identify 12 swordfish airframes in the world.
Right.
And almost all of them came from that auction.
I'll be darned.
Apart from that one in the picture just there, that the Navy maintained and kept straight from the wall.
Right.
Well, FAIREY Aviation gave it to them.
Yeah.
But our one, the other Navy one, this one, all the ones in museums in Canada, they all came from Ernie.
I'll be darned. So they all looked like this at some point.
There's one in a heap in Malta that came from Ernie. The RAF have a reserve collection one that came from Ernie's.
Huh.
They all look like this, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well let me, I'll call Eric and we will get a screwdriver and get this thing going. Anyway, I got a ton to do. I got to go down to West Palm.
You've got to meet someone, right?
Well, I've got somebody, a piano guy that's coming to finish tuning up my piano.
Oh, nice.
But not tuning it up, but we're swapping over a, you know, where it plays itself. Yep. So it allows me to play and then record myself and listen to it objectively and go, Kermit, you could do that better. Slow down, Kermit. You know, so anyway, so that's happening. And then potentially I'm headed down to Palm Beach. I've got this cosmic Muffin thing that I'm looking at, which is unbelievable. Howard Hughes had a Boeing 407.
Right.
I think that's the right number. It basically had kind of like a B-17 wing, but it was an airliner that Boeing made off the B-17 wing. So it's a big tube thing, kind of looks like a skinny C-46 or something like that. And he dolled it out for all his Hollywood friends, you know, and he'd go party, blah, blah, blah. And he sold it, eventually went through a couple of owners. It got dinged in a hurricane in Fort Lauderdale, and they went to scrap the airplane. They scrapped the wings, took the engines off and stuff, and he ended up, some guy bought the fuselage, turned it into a houseboat.
Just the fuselage?
Yeah, and so the houseboat ran around forever. I was at the Fort Lauderdale Air and Sea Show one time, and we were on the water at a party, you know, part of the show, and it was there, and I remember walking through it and go, that's really cool, and not realizing I'd end up with it. So he got tired of, you know, keeping it going or whatever and deteriorating, so he donated it to the local Sun and Fun Air Museum over here. They kept it outside for a while. It went through a little bit of deterioration because of the weather and stuff. And they basically asked me, said, Kermit, we got to get rid of this thing because we're going to put a playground in there and we can't really take care of it properly. So they're giving it to me. So I'm going down there to meet the trailer guy, and by the end of the month, we ought to move it over here. I'll show you a picture of it when I get
put
my
it on
phone.
the water?
In the long run, yeah. I mean, the engine, the little outboards have been taken off and stuff, but it's a cute little thing. So let me go back. You just keep digging around. Let me go get. I'll get Eric. Tell him we'll bring a couple of screwdrivers and we'll go from there. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. Hey, listen, I've got the gates open over here. Tom Smith's in there looking around. Hopefully he'll get a little bit better light here at some point. You know, the clouds will burn off. But hey, why don't you just come over now and spend some time with him, because now he's on his own. But basically bring maybe like a slot head screwdriver, maybe a can of WD-40. He may want to pop some things off and look at them. So if that's the case, you know, just spend whatever time with him. I've got somebody showing up at 10 o'clock for my piano, and then I'm trying to get out of here to get down to Palm Beach to go look at the little Muffin thing down there, so the trailer.
Alrighty.
All right, cool. Cool. Okay, and he's got if you happen to have a big flashlight, maybe bring it. That'd be great. Cool. He's got one on his phone, but that might help. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Will do.
All right. We're out of here. I got way too much going on. Yesterday was a zoo. Oh my God, Richard Grace was here looking at the Tempest 5, and we're looking at doing something on that, and I was gone for 3 weeks, home right after the new year. I'm leaving next week for LA. Anyway, crazy, but at least I'm busy. Okay, at first I thought that was Jack's car, but I think that's the piano guy. Okay, he's a little bit early, so let's go see what's going on with that. Yeah, I think that's the piano guy. I left the box here. What's happening?
There he is.
What's going on? Good to see you. We getting ready?
She's giving me a hand.
Okay, good. I'll let you guys up because I gotta. Anyway. So, lots happening. And so my piano is up there. And anyway, so he's coming. It was when I bought it, I didn't know how to play the piano or anything, and it's got that little piano disc thing on there, which basically what it does is you can put, when I first got a floppy disk in it, you know, and it would play different music that you could do and stuff, you know, which was really cool. I walked by it after I bought it because my office was going together, and I said, I cannot own something like this and not know how to play it. So that was my inspiration to learn how to play the piano, and I ended up kind of teaching myself. It took me 4 months to learn my first song. I went and got one of them little cheater cards, you know, it tells you where to put your fingers. And I wrote down, this is a C and this is a B plus sharp or whatever the hell they are. And I'd start with the right hand, learn the top thing or the first line of the music on the chart, and then I'd learn the left hand, and then I'd draw lines to where both fingers went down together, and that's how I put it all together. It took me 4 months to memorize my first song. Couple of mistakes, but that's life. I don't get to practice as much as I'd like to. That was pretty cool. Written some songs. We'll see where it goes. And we're putting in a recording studio. I'm going over to see Phil because the recording studio guy's coming in today. We're finishing up some last little bit of stuff. And he's getting ready for him. And basically, there's Phil. Okay, so this is the recording aspect. Okay, and this is the mastering room, you know, where you do everything. And all of this is, this guy came in and covered up the windows, and it's all designed. Everything here, including all these little things here, were designed to make a perfect sound thing. All this stuff up here, and everything here has a purpose to create the sound that we want to get. You know, and all these little things on the wall and this funky looking ceiling. I have no clue how it works, but anyway, this thing's going to be state of the art, so we'll see if Kermit can put out a hit or two at some point. But part of this is going to be for doing, you know, we're going to be doing recording stuff for the audio experiences and things like that in the future for Fantasy Flight. We've already done some, but I know there's going to be more. So anyway, life led me to create this little keyboard over there. And anyway, so Chip's coming at 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already met with a guy that showed up this morning from England, a guy's named Tom Smith. He's over there looking at the swordfish. I already did some videoing with him. He's going to be over there most of the day. And then my piano guy just showed up, so he's doing that. And as soon as I get sorted out there, I may be headed to Palm Beach to go look at the Muffin trailer.
Oh wow! Okay.
So
you finally connected with.
Yeah. I talked to him.
Okay,
He called me yesterday, so that's pretty cool. So I just want to let you know about that guy, and we'll just, you know, we'll go from there. Cool. All right. Super.
All right, great, thanks.
All right. Anyway, let me go check on my piano guy. Yeah. So there's the Benoit. I think I know why we couldn't get it flying, but anyway, that's another project for another day. One day we'll get it sorted out. Man, my life is really starting to click. Last couple of days it's just been like, and my friends are taking care of me because everything is just like falling into place, and it's just like, you know, anyway, there's only two things I ask people to consider. Number one, always be true to yourself. Number two, follow the energies that lead you beyond yourself, because what I've learned is it's just some higher aspect of yourself, you can call it whatever you want, saying come this way. So it's up to you to determine exactly what your journey is. So anyway, oh my God. What's happening, Ferd?
Taking it apart.
Taking it apart. Okay.
You got one of those fancy little handles for your video there.
I do.
Those
Yeah,
things are
actually, I'm
cool.
just doing a little bit of stuff here. We're going to make you famous.
Oh, are you? Okay.
So, okay, so you basically already hooked up the
player system.
the player system, and now what we're doing is we're hooking up to
Putting
where
a record strip.
a
That will
record
go
strip.
under here. Now you had the original one was in here, but it's not compatible. The electronics completely different from the new stuff.
Right, so
So-
we've upgraded this, and
Well-
originally there was a floppy disk
Right.
thing that went
And
in
now
here.
it runs off of your Bluetooth from your phone.
Okay.
And the record strip is going to fit under here. It has no, there's nothing touching the key on the new one. This one actually has a little finger under here that you're pressing down. The
Right.
new one is optical. It will have a reflector on the bottom of the key, LED light on the strip, and as it goes up and down, it's measuring, you know, the velocity. So it's a much cleaner reproduction of what you're doing. Of course, it gets all the mistakes equally well.
Oh no, that's great, and that's why I want to do the record
But
thing,
it
so I can.
is editable. You can go in and change
Oh,
and fix
really?
things. So all I was right there on your phone. I
Oh
mean,
my God, that's awesome! Because
So-
at some point we got a recording studio we're putting in down there, and if I miss one little note,
Oh, you can fix it. Easy.
oh my
You can fix
God!
notes. You can all kinds of stuff. So it's a pretty advanced system, and it's much more accurate than this. I mean, of course, this is over 20 years old, so
Yeah,
electronics has changed a lot.
I'm over 20 years
Yes, but
old.
electronics has changed a whole lot in 20 years.
Oh my God. Well, this is very exciting. So I think I've got somewhere I potentially need to go. So I may just turn you loose. You're cool. Okay.
no
So
problem.
let me ask you this.
And my helper will be here very soon.
Okay. Well, once you get this done,
And I'm going to go ahead and tune it too. It needs tuning.
oh, freaking awesome. I wish I was here to do that, because at some point maybe I'll bring you over to the one that I got at the house, because I bought the tune and stuff. I want to learn how to do it myself, and I've tried it a little bit, and
It's a lot harder than it looks.
I know, I realize that, but I want to learn how to do it, because what happens is I go off at a place out in West Texas. We do a quail hunt with actually we get a conservation award because we never kill anything. But basically, they got a piano out there. It is so out of tune, and I want to go do the best I can. So
On the one in Texas.
On the
mess-
one in
don't mess
Texas.
with this one.
Okay.
This is a pretty high-end thing here. So.
All right, well, cool.
But no, Nathan will be here in the next 15 minutes or so. He should
Okay.
look like he'd be quarter after when he got here.
Good.
And I've got the whole new thing is right there ready. I'm getting ready to open it. I put a pad over your table over there so that we can work on that. I'm going to pull the action, this keyboard action out, and sit it over there. And we have to take the stack off and open it up and get all the keys
my
out.
gosh.
And then I'll put a reflector on the bottom of every key, that little peel and stick, shiny reflector. And that's what's going to read the LED light that's underneath.
Oh my
So
God.
it's pretty-
So
pretty
let me
cool.
ask you this. You leave, I won't be here because I've got to go down to West Palm Beach to look at another project. And how am I going to know how to work this thing? Is there an instructions? Is there a...
There is some, but really need. Did you ever get your phone worked out where you could get your Bluetooth and all? You had a brand new phone when I was here before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And let
So,
me just do you a real quick show through here.
Yeah, okay.
Because are we plugged in down there? I guess we are.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I got this thing loaded.
Where the hell did I put it? I put a. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, we got light. Let me hit the test button here right quick.
Okay, I'll figure that out. No songs. Anyway, over and out.
So you get it loaded
Yeah. Yeah.
now.
Yeah, see, this is what you used to use, a floppy disk. Anyway, so amazing. I bought some stuff, but apparently when I upgrade the system here, what they're going to do is they're going to basically download everything that I've
Right,
bought in the
onto the-
past.
Exactly.
Okay, so here I've got
Now,
the,
You got it on here?
yeah,
All right, so the first thing we have to do is go and get your music. So we go into settings. We scroll up here, it says download complimentary music library.
okay.
See, mine wouldn't connect either, and that's why I don't understand
All right.
what's going on.
We'll be back after we figure it out.
Um,
Now before I leave, I have to go, I've got to do some voice overs for a business thing that I'm doing, but we just changed all the clicker codes from our gate for Fantasy Flight from an employee that no longer works here. Anyway, so I'm going to get this changed by Stephanie. Anyway, so cool. Just take that and change it for me. And thanks, I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So we have characters that we use for this stay healthy business that I'm involved in, that, knock on wood, one day is going to allow me to fulfill my dream with everything. So, okay, so I got to figure out. So the first thing I'm doing is Zesty the lemon. Zesty has a zippy, energetic persona. He speaks with a fast-paced, lively tone reminiscent of a game show host, emphasizing the punchlines with gusto. Okay, so this is for kids. And they're telling jokes for kids. It's called a Giggle Garden. Hello, kiddos. Zesty here to squeeze some laughs out of you. Hello, kiddos. Zesty here to squeeze some laughs out of you. Hello, kiddos. Zesty here to squeeze some laughs out of you. All right, here's the first one. How do you catch a squirrel? Climb up a tree and act like a nut. What does a cloud wear under his raincoat? Thunderwear. Okay, so now we got George the Peach. George has a charming, gentle demeanor. He speaks with a soft southern drawl. It's the first time I've ever done this. Like a friendly neighbor from a cozy southern town, giving his jokes a warm, homely touch. Okay, let me see. I got to get my... God, let me see. I'm from southern Georgia. Hello, everyone. George the Peach here to sweeten your day with some peachy jokes. Hello, everyone. George the Peach here to sweeten your day with some peachy jokes. Hello, everyone. George the Peach here to sweeten your day with some peachy jokes. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway, I was supposed to have done this like 4 days ago. Okay, giant dinosaur head appears from offstage and sneezes. That's it for me. Remember, peaches are not just sweet. They're full of vitamins to keep you healthy. That's it for me. Remember, peaches are not just sweet. They're full of vitamins to help keep you healthy. Sorry about that. That's it for me. Remember, peaches are not just sweet. They're full of vitamins to keep you healthy.
All right, here's the first one. How do you catch a squirrel? Climb up a tree and act like a nut. Got another one for you. What does a cloud wear under his raincoat? Thunderwear. Hello, everyone. George the Peach here to sweeten your day with some peachy jokes. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm in your apple. That's it for me. Remember, peaches are not just sweet. They're full of vitamins to keep you healthy.
All right, that's good. Over and out. Other than that, I got to go down and see a Muffin trailer. I'm hearing some music. It's working.
Yes, sir. Come up here and let me show you how we pull it apart.
Oh my God. Okay, do I need my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
We're gonna put it on there. And that right there is working on my phone. That's the whole time.
Ascension.
I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth on.
Hey, what's happening, man? Good to see you again.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
likewise,
Good, good, good.
So, go to your Bluetooth.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, any one of those, just touch it.
All right, we'll go
It'll start playing.
piano in the dark.
Now, that'll come up by itself.
Okay.
This is your volume here.
Okay.
It'll be too loud there. You can't go all the way to the bottom because
Right,
it's not
yeah.
like the rest of it. But anyway, now that particular piece you're playing right there
Yeah.
does not have accompaniment with it. So if you hit the stop down here,
Right.
that's a little too low. It can't get all the notes. Now I'm going to reset all that
Okay.
so it plays softly. But so if we take this and go back here and back here, come on, different album. We want an album that has accompaniment. If they have 5 digits, I can't read that. What is that one?
Popular Hits Live.
Yeah,
That'll have it
that'll
for
have
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we can take the same one that you heard coming up the stairs.
Okay, no sweat.
Now you just leave it now. It'll start. Watch it.
So what accompaniment am I hearing besides the piano?
That's
There,
where's
I
your
hear
phone?
it in the background. Now it's coming.
Where's your phone? We can separate those. If we go here. You hear the background sound?
This one, this one's quiet.
Oh, there we go.
I took the piano out.
Okay, play some string bass. And,
Yeah. Well, various ones have various
Right.
things.
Some of
Now
them have
you've got
vocals.
one in here that's got vocals on it.
Oh my God, no
You
way.
hadn't loaded in yet because you have to go back here and load in this new stuff.
So let me ask
But,
you something. If I end up doing a piano song with my vocals, can I hear myself?
I don't know the answer to that
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
I think there is a what they call the karaoke component,
Huh.
so that you can actually take a mic and plug into it
Right. Okay.
and
yeah.
have
Well, you know,
but
we'll see
whether
how
it
it goes.
recorded or not, I don't.
Yeah,
but
that
it should.
doesn't make any difference. It's just in the long run we're going to
Yeah.
do recording. We got the recording studio down there, and at some point something like this would be awesome to.
Now
we'll
this new
see.
record strip we're putting in allows you to record the MIDI right off the keyboard. You can take it to any device and plug it into it and play that device from it.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's super
What's it
cool. And
do-
it gets the dynamics and everything.
Yeah.
It's
Your
really
dynamics and all that
cool.
stuff. Plus there are other background instruments you can put in. I mean,
Awesome.
it's a lot of cool stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want to take this apart till we could
does
see
this-
it work.
Yeah.
records the pedal stuff.
Yeah,
too,
even
so
records the
everything.
pedals. We'll have a record on all 3 pedals, so that you have sustain on one, you'll have soft on one, and you'll have you can assign the
I
other
barely
one.
know how to use the one on the right.
Yeah.
I don't know what them other two there. They're just for
Now,
resting
if you
your
would.
foot. All right, you guys, thank you so much, man.
We'll
Look
get
forward
this all
to.
put together, and when I get done, should I just take an invoice by the office down
Yeah,
there?
Steve says Stephanie down there.
Stephanie, the one
Yeah.
that came up here with me.
No, that's
No.
Raven.
That's right.
Raven's the first office. Stephanie's the second.
Second office.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
And she'll take care of it.
Yep.
All right. We'll get on it, and then, like I say, go on YouTube. Look up.
Okay, it's just nothing ever seems to go the way it's planned. So, the guy, I called the guy down in West Palm Beach, and he basically is might be tied up this afternoon. Looks like Chip is here.
Okay, but if nothing shows.
What's happening?
Greetings.
Good to see
Dueling GoPros here.
Dueling GoPros.
Okay, so I thought something was gonna show up over here, but this is where it's gonna show up.
It probably, you've got a, there's probably a way to bank it instead of just looking at analog ins 1 through 8. there's probably a way to navigate to C9 through 16.
9 to 16. Okay.
Yeah. But we are,
Anyway, so I called the Palm Beach guy because I had everything done I was supposed to do with the piano guy, the swordfish guy, blah, blah. And he says, I may have to move a boat this afternoon. It's been like 6 times I've tried to connect with this guy and it hasn't happened. So anyway, a little frustrating because what I want to do is I want to get some video, you know, talking to the guy. I've talked to him on the phone, but I've not met him yet. And I'm about to leave town for a 2 weeks, Living Legends of Aviation, and go see the A-26. I'm going to be out in LA. And anyway, so I'm sitting there. Anyway, bottom line is that the Cosmic Muffin may be moved by the time I get back, so I'm not going to be part of it. So anyway, we'll see. Life never ends up the way you expect it to be. So pretty cool here, huh? Wow, just imagine all that. And then I could be singing right there, and look at that, they're off in the other room. Pretty cool. All right, so are you here just basically showing Phil how this works?
I guess
Again.
we're kind of doing some remedial training.
Yeah,
So
okay.
far we haven't found a problem, but I want to go through it, you know, with him doing as much as possible so that
I see,
he
cool.
has, you know, because when I do it and people watch over my shoulder, you know, that
Yeah.
isn't the same.
No,
as-
So
exactly.
I'm actually videotaping.
And
Oh
that's-
yeah,
that's-
great, okay, good.
far
So
it's been
so basically, it's all hooked up, it's all set up.
Yep.
So we're just going with the one screen, because the one time I thought we were talking about doing 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually we're going to go to
Okay.
Yeah, that's easy to.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
You
just
don't need
a
me for that.
connection.
Just a computer thing here.
Hey, something that'd be cool, since, you know, we're sitting there videoing this thing here, I walked in a little bit earlier, and all of this stuff here is just like, it's completely out of anybody's realm of understanding. So in a very quick way, can you explain what all this does?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, just like, you know, so obviously this is helping with the sound in the corners.
Yeah, these are bass traps in the corners, you know, in the wall
Right.
junctions. It's just where they can be the most effective. And then we're you know, between these and the sidewall panels is we're trying to create as much of a reflection-free zone in and around the operator's position.
I see. So
that
this
they get
room,
direct sound from the speakers.
I see. So this room is designed basically for the guy sitting here to
Yep.
get the best sound here and not be influenced on the rest of it. Okay,
Right.
so now in this room, what is all this funky stuff for?
It's a slightly more live room. And what we have is these diffusers that scatter sound that hits the ceiling.
So that's what that is. So, and I'm just thinking here, the reason to scatter the sound is it blends it together so you're not getting sharp points. So you're kind of like, you're basically taking the tsunami waves and blending them down so it's kind of a white noise, if there is any noise.
Yeah, if you were looking at you know, energy time plot with the scattering not there or the absorption not there, there'd be a tall spike for the
I
major
see,
reflections.
okay.
And what this
Okay.
does kind of grinds it down. It grinds it down and spreads it out over time.
I see,
That's one way
okay.
of thinking about it.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. So, and like in the other room, you've got, you know, these corner things up there, but not in this room. So why is that?
That room was more important to have low frequency control, so we have accurate monitoring.
I see.
And then the scattering that we do have in that room, I didn't mention it because I wasn't looking at it, is behind the operator.
I see. Yeah, I'll go. That's the wooden things
So,
back
yeah,
there.
absorption in the front, scattering in the rear,
Okay.
because you know, we want it to be a fairly, you know, realistic listening environment
Right.
of a good diffuse room, not an anechoic chamber that would sound
Right.
very
And also
raw.
in this room, which is basically the recording room, this ceiling is actually floats and it's hanging, as I remember, from some springs or something.
They
or-
both are just kind of part of the isolation assembly, which is limp mass.
Right.
So in all cases, there it's multiple constrained layers, chipboard and various other things.
Huh.
As that, there's various ways of doing isolation, of reducing sound transmission.
Right.
And this is just what we thought was the least likely to get undermined in construction from putting a screw in the wrong place.
Okay, cool. And also too, very early on, when we came in, these 2 rooms here used to be 3, so we took 2 walls out. We created this, and as I remember, this volume of this room was also determined by the height of the ceiling, which was a factor in your calculations.
Right, we wanted the dimensions to be mathematically unrelated enough to spread out the modal buildups at certain frequencies.
Right, so ideally there's a certain size cube that works for what you're trying to do.
A rectangle, yeah. The cube would be the worst thing you could do because
no, I don't mean a cube relative.
Exactly.
But
there's a minimum
volume.
There's a minimum volume. So early on, I think somebody was set up to where we were trying to. The intention was to make I guess it was the control room, a very small space.
Right.
I thought it was just to kind of have a VO booth, which a lot of studios have a very small vocal or VO booth, a small control space. And the problem was those spaces were both below what's recognized as the minimum volume to be able to not have massive coloration in like the 200 cycle range. Okay. So what we did is we expanded both rooms to a size that could remain pretty uncolored in the lower cool mid-range upper bass.
Awesome. And does the volume of this room relate in any way to how big a human is, or how many humans you have in here doing anything?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
Where it relates to the human is just the...
How about the frequency that we give out?
Right, exactly. It's the wavelength. The dimensions correspond to the wavelengths that are either reinforced or spread out. We're trying to keep them from having those modal buildups.
All right.
And so that is controlled by the frequent or the speed of sound in air. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing. So there are some other things that are kind of specifically human related.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, but the only problem is, see, now I've got this perfect sound booth. The problem is now I'm dealing with an imperfect Kermit, so we'll do the best we can. And it's all about practicing.
Hi, Kermit.
Hey, how's it going over there?
I'm doing okay. He's looking at the wings now.
Okay, good. I mean, do you know about how much more time he's going to spend over there? I may have some opportunity to come out and do some more filming, because when I called the guy in West Palm Beach, he may not be there. I'm like,
well, that seems like par for the course, doesn't it?
Yeah, really. So I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll come over now. I'll just do a little bit more video. I'll come over there and we'll go from there, because Phil's dealing over here with the recording studio guys. So, okay. All right, great. Thanks. All right, cool. Thanks. Great to see you, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, see, in the long run, this used to be my operations offices for Fantasy of Flight, but we basically turned it into Orlampa Studios, so we've got, recording, and Phil does all his video editing in there, and anyway, life's crazy. What's happening?
Well, we running wars.
Wars?
Yeah.
Wires and sensors and
Pickups.
all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God. I thought when you said, I just have to come in and put a little strip on the bottom. Man, yeah. I didn't realize you were going to disassemble the piano.
You did have to put a strip on the bottom.
Yeah, the strip is actually under the keys here. You can see the end of it over here, but We put everything back on now, but that's the strip, and it's got the optical sensors underneath every single key over there. So that's kind of how it picks it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
Pretty cool.
It's just a regular RCA jumper.
All right.
With a,
Okay. Yeah, we're making progress here. We'll
Good.
tidy up that mess down there.
No big deal. Well, let me go across the street and see what's going on there while I'm waiting for my guy to call me from Palm Beach. Okay, I was looking for some oranges. There are 3 upside down K-ship blimp gondolas. They came out of Lakehurst. I got those a long time ago. They've been sitting outside forever. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Eric's over here with Tom. Where are you? Good. So have you learned anything?
I've learned lots.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, good. Well, I'm still waiting to hear from this guy from Palm Beach, and right now he's might not. So anyway, whatever. But whatever you need, you know, just keep looking. And
Yeah, no, I've been the fuselage is fascinating because it's never been taken apart. So
yeah.
all the wiring, all the
Oh,
switches,
wow. So you're taking lots of pictures.
lots of pictures, all the little ancillary electronics.
Cool.
The engine been fantastic, and these are the undercarriage, which
I'll be
got
darned.
pretty flat.
Yeah, I probably need a new tube for that.
Yeah, but it's still interesting to see where the air. So the air brakes, compressed air, and they have a bladder inside them.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see where the pipe's been run, but it's all been bent.
Cool.
Last thing to look at, if we can find them, is the wing struts.
The
interplane
wing struts.
but-
Are those listed somewhere?
Probably.
Eric?
Ken said he was looking through the books. So.
Okay, all right.
They're pretty long.
All right. Huh.
Anyway, it's a treasure trove in here.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. The whole other bay over there, and I got another building bigger than this one over across the way, packed
Wow.
the ceiling. So
These look like, are they rotor blades?
yeah, off of S-55 helicopter. So I got 2 of these,
Yeah.
and this one actually was flying in New York Airways. This was the original helicopter airline. They used to fly like over to LaGuardia, not JFK, they didn't have the time, but you know, the airports over there, LaGuardia, Newark, and you know, they'd land on a little platform, I think, just off on the sound there or whatever, or the river, Hudson River. Anyway, so at some point, I want to rebuild this and hop rides in it.
Yeah. You got one working?
No, I haven't. This one was, they were going to fly it somewhere, and it's still set up as New York Airways with all the passenger seats.
Wow.
So what we would do is we would just give like a little local flight of the local area, and you know, then I ended up with a spare. I ended up with 2 spare ones. Yeah,
Can
and
I
then,
have a look?
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, and so most of the later ones have all been converted to turbines. This one basically has a T6 engine in it. It's
Really?
a,
The
it's
same
a
as the
600
Pratt & Whitney?
horse 1340, you know?
And that's enough?
Yeah. Well, you know, see what happens is you're spinning, that's the Meteor 4 cockpit. You know, there's plenty of the later ones around, but this is rare as shit because this has got the normal early Meteor 3 tail on it. The rest of them all had different tails, so I can make this one look like a World War II 3. Yeah, so I just got to go get some, either extend the wings or just go get the wingtips off the trainer ones, which had the long wings. And when they originally came out, the original World War II airplanes had short nacelles, but during the war, my understanding was they went to the long ones. And if you look way over here, I think you can see the back ends of the tails over there, way over there. So anyway,
Well, I've had a look at the wings up there as well.
Okay.
I managed to clamber up there.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably no different than the other ones there.
A fair amount of corrosion.
Oh yeah, totally. But you know,
But the fuselage is really interesting on the inside.
yeah, take whatever you need. So did the screwdriver work
Yeah,
with
yeah, we took some panels off. Do you want to have a look?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
So we took quite a few of the panels off the side.
yeah, okay. Oh,
Oil
wow.
tank.
Yeah.
And that's like a plug to warm the oil, like an electrical plug. You just
No
stick it from the outside.
Oh, that's cool. Huh.
And it had a little flap, so that on
Yeah.
the convoys, on the carriers, they could warm the oil before taking
Right.
on. Generator. That's actually a synchronizer for the gun. There was behind this panel. No, this one. The pilot had a forward-facing machine gun, which in the very early Swordfish.
Right.
Shoot through the propeller.
Fuel tank?
Fuel
Is
tank,
it-
yeah.
is
It's got
that a-
ceiling? It's got a
Oh,
rubber
okay.
coating on it.
Right.
But it's a big tank. It's 165 gallons.
Whoa, man, that is big.
Um,
Cooler looks pretty nice.
The cooler's
Hanging
good.
off the side.
A bit of a dent there, but it's all right, yeah. So you could bypass the cooler as well to warm up the oil.
Right.
Then what else have we got? Well, you've got the engine, which is pretty rare
Yeah, really.
for a Bristol Pegasus.
Huh.
I don't know if you've got a propeller anywhere.
Yeah, I do. I remember it's the bent one, the three-bladed
Yeah.
one, where it's like
Exactly,
you know, twisted.
twisted out of
Yeah,
it.
it's
incredible.
around somewhere. Yeah, I got a little bit lighter in here. So, is there anything that would be an option to use as an engine that?
Well, instead of this,
Yeah.
that
That would be reasonably, you know,
I mean,
size-wise.
you could probably get that going.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Huh.
I mean, well, I don't know what it's like on the inside,
Right.
but the tough things are the cylinders and the cylinder heads.
Right.
The cylinders, there is actually a company making them in the UK.
Oh, really?
We've made a set for the Navy. I say we, they.
Wow.
But the heads are the same as the Mercuries.
Oh, okay.
And so, but we're running out of Mercury heads,
Right.
spare ones. But those look,
Huh.
I mean,
So you're saying
someone would probably bite your arm off
Mercury
for
is
those
in
heads.
you're saying Mercury is in retrograde?
Yeah, exactly. But the rest of all that stuff is probably all right. I mean, the tricky thing is this,
Yeah.
the exhaust ring.
Yeah. But
I don't know if no one's made. People have been looking into making new ones of these, but
yeah, you know, the thing, you know, it's like the old car thing. You end up with a certain amount of money in it, and you go, shit, all I need to do is get this other part, so I have to make it, and then the price keeps going
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and then eventually, you know, they're so cool, and you know, as the time goes on, people go, well, what can we do? Or like you have a family connection to the deal, so you wanna do that and kind of perpetuate the family legacy. So that's
absolutely. And I got into this project, our project, because chance, really, because you know we never done a restoration before.
right. Really.
We're pilots rather than
Oh, yeah,
restorers,
yeah,
so we
yeah.
run an airfield.
Yeah,
And
but you know something?
we took it
it's
on.
all about following the energies, and that's exactly what you did. And you're being true to yourself,
Absolutely.
okay? So
it's
that's
been
what.
great. We've met some great people.
Yeah, you know, and what happens is people don't realize life is never a straight line, and sometimes you have to go do something that you think is going to be the long-term deal, but it leads you to the thing that really is your long-term deal.
Yeah.
You know, so
But this one, I don't know. This one will.
yeah, well, you know.
have to, the fuselage. The tricky thing about this aircraft, the same with a lot of old British planes, is the steel is really hard to get hold of.
Oh yeah, because they use like that T50.
There's a lot of T50 in this.
So,
So
but
all these longerons,
Right.
all the longerons down there are T50. That's T50.
well, when
and then
Richard Grace was here, he was saying that there's the T50 has just something certain spec different than T45,
Yeah.
but you can find T45 that actually is to the T50
You can.
spec.
You can, but can you find it in the right dimensions?
Yeah,
that's
right.
the trouble.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you get on the other side over here?
Yeah, yeah. There's also T2, which is
Huh. Well, I got a couple of TU2s. Yeah, you can see better.
So there's
on
the
this
arrest
side.
hook under here. For carrier landings. I was telling Eric earlier that so the SWORDFISH is responsible for the sinking of more Axis shipping by tonnage than any other aircraft in the world.
Unbelievable. A frickin' biplane.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, the Bismarck they took. Was the Tirpitz or the Bismarck? They took the rudder
Bismarck,
out.
yeah.
Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Yeah. Yeah, one day I would love, this has always been fascinating to me, and this is just right down my alley. I mean, a big frickin' biplane.
If you ever want to get it going, then I know more than most.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this is where the rear gunner would sit.
Yep.
And this is his gun.
Yeah.
My grandpa sat on that side in the observer's seat.
Okay. Probably supposed to come
the
down.
The seat's been
but
taken out of this one.
Okay.
But you could also lie down on the floor. There's a, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, down here.
Do you see there's a panel down there?
Yeah.
An instrument panel. So
Oh, you're kidding.
So he's got airspeed and altitude, and he can set the depth on his torpedo from on the floor.
Oh, is that what your grandpa would do?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
So there's a little gear on the floor there for setting the depth on the torpedo.
I'll be darned. Man, you got it all figured out. Too cool. Well, you know, somewhere down the road, I mean, you know, we'll see. Whatever you learn, you know, potentially maybe we can learn from what you all learn. I mean, not that I need another project going, but the reality is, you know, if you guys end up ever making duplicate stuff and it helps to keep the cost down to run more, then let me know, you know, and I might, you know, go ahead and get involved in something like that to help your cost and just have something that somewhere down the road we could.
The tricky things will be your spars, the wing spars.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much doable. It's just tubes and fittings, you know. The fuselage is not too tricky, but the wings, those rolled sections.
Right. Well, but you know, the reality of today is, if you think about it, you know, with CAD 5D Axis and stuff, all you got to do is go in there and say, this is what I want to do, and I want to, and this is how many rolls I want to make the deal, and just set up a big ass thing and roll them through.
Well, considering you got to do the whole set, then maybe it would be not too expensive.
Yeah, get a couple people involved. I'm in for a set, okay, if you figure it out. So cool. All right, well, you know, spend as much time as you need, or, I mean, what do you think? You want to hang around? You want to just...
Well, I think I mean, I've been a few hours. I've got quite a lot of info from
you
from
can
this.
push this over if you need to. But I mean, you know...
I'm more than happy to keep poking around.
Yeah. I'll just leave Eric over here to you know, maybe go buy him lunch or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Great to see you. Good
Absolutely.
luck, and stay in touch. And actually, you know, send me some pictures of the project. I think maybe you did, but we may want to, you know, include them, you know, to show people.
I'll send you some more pictures of what we're up to.
All right.
And look, if you ever need any help on it or advice on anything.
Yeah.
Or even just a.
But like I said, at this point, if you're duplicating anything, I'd be interested.
Yeah.
You know, just to throw it in with the project. But we're not going to get to it any time down the road unless y'all get bored and want to do another one. So, all right, cool, man. Thanks, Tom. I call Eric and let them sort things out.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 561 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, it's Kermit. Hey, it's 12:16 already. The earliest I could get down there now is 3:30. It's a 3.5-hour drive for me down, a 3.5-hour drive back. So at this point, it's not making sense. I mean, obviously, I'm very disappointed. So, you know, just, you know, touch base with me at some point. But at this point, I don't think I'm going to see it before the thing shows up. So anyway, but also you had said that, you know, you were maybe not going to extend the trailer, which was part of the cost of the quote. So does that mean we're knocking some of the price off? Anyway, just let me know what's going on and keep me in the loop. And if you can, you know, take some pictures of what you're doing down there. That would help me. So anyway, thanks. Okay, is this gonna make me sound better?
Oh yeah.
So do you use, oh I see, you. So you use the cotton here. So how did you do
This
that?
is wool felt.
Okay.
Well, you got 3 strings per note, and we can only hear one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I stuffed that in between the unisons. I'm pulling it right now. See, I've already gone to the middle of it.
Right, yeah, I mean, I've done that. I think I've got some of this. Oh, but I see what you do is you put it in there and then you push it in between.
Right.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, I can fart with that.
Down. This one won't hold still.
Yeah, it's flat.
Well, the problem is the one on the other side of it's ringing.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. But the main thing is isolating the 3 strings.
Absolutely.
To
You
get
can
them.
only hear one at a time.
Yeah, exactly, okay.
And once you get the middle one done,
Oh, so start with the middle one.
yeah, well, because you stuffed this in between, so only the middle one's sounding.
Oh,
Then you come
that's
back.
how you do it. Then you come back and you isolate them with the
two
deal.
outside ones, we'll only use that at the breaks here. With them.
So then what you're doing is, so you're shutting the one off, but you're listening to both of them and you're tuning the outside one
to the middle.
Okay, that makes sense. That
Tuning
makes
the
sense.
outside to the middle, because the middle's what you put in there originally.
Right, okay. Oh, so what you're actually doing now is you started up here and you're going down.
I'm going back down.
You're going back down. Now, is there a reason to do that because the strings are tighter
Not
up here?
particularly.
Okay.
I just do it that way. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, good. All right, I'll let you. Well, it sounds like you're just kind of getting started, so.
Now, hopefully,
tune on, brother.
we'll be done in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay,
Just
cool.
pulling this is what's called pulling the strip. After you've tuned it,
Okay.
then you pull the strip and tune those unisons together.
Okay, I am going to call Roy Ream. I got a deal with him where I'm making payments on the Boeing 100A, but certain things have to be done on the other airplanes, so make two different payments a year for a certain amount.
Willow Aircraft.
Hey, Roy Kermit.
Hey, Kermit, what's cooking?
I'm doing awesome. Jack's tinkering with the Boeing 100, and he's probably dealing with you when you need to. But anyway, so I've got a payment coming up here on Monday, and I went back and looked at the agreement, and it's basically nothing really needed to be done. So we'll get that off either by check or wire, however Becky used to do it. Okay.
Okay.
And
cool.
then, but I just want to give you a heads up, the next payment in July, one of those airplanes has got to be covered. So just go back and look at the agreement, but I'm giving you a heads up, okay?
Right, yeah, I know that's going, and that's going to depend a little bit on Rick.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
but I'm
anyway, yeah, I'm aware that there is that one's coming.
okay. Okay, no sweat. Okay, well, good deal. Well, hope you have a great New Year, and we'll touch base. And I'm sure Jack will keep you informed as to what's going on the Boeing 100, and we're chipping away.
We are. It's wonderful. Thank you for all your patience, Kermit.
Okay, thanks, Roy. Happy New Year. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Here.
Over and out.
Hey, Kermit.
Hey, what's going on with you and Chip down there?
We're still running through things, trying to figure some routing things out.
Okay, no sweat. Well, anyway, I'm basically imagine that Palm Beach didn't work out again. So,
Oh my God.
yeah. So anyway, I'm just at some point I might grab something to eat or something. I didn't know what y'all were doing, so.
I mean, right now I really want to get this.
Yeah, no. You guys go ahead and do that. If Chip takes off, just let me know. I'll just hang in here till I hear from you.
All righty.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay. I gotta download my digital I download stuff once a month and I back it up on a hard drive. So, I mean, we have backups, but. Okay, we are headed up to see how this thing works.
So did you get the rest of that meeting now?
Oh, I have no idea. No, I didn't. I wasn't trying. I was trying to.
Then you know how it does it, though. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
okay.
big
So
deal
basically
to
just
do.
go to the app.
Oh,
There
yeah,
it
we
is.
do. That's
Now,
what you
see the
want.
little Bluetooth
Yeah.
thing right there?
Yeah.
That tells you you're connected. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought we were looking for it to be blue.
That's the
Well,
mine
in the
does
old ones
that,
they
yeah,
did.
But yours
Okay.
is new.
We've
like
got
first.
newer phones, and so they
Okay.
don't turn blue. They're not as toothy as the other kind. Okay, so we pick an album. Now this is volume, so be sure to take a look at that before. Now, get that off.
Okay.
This is the gross volume.
Yep.
This is when you have audio coming out. You can
Okay.
control it too. These are not in use. These are for commercial use.
Okay.
In a hotel or something. Okay. So, this is a song that does not have accompaniment. This smooth jazz does have accompaniment. So we'll go here, and you see there are 5 digits in its number.
Right.
If there's 5 digits, it has accompaniment.
Oh my God. So I got a drummer back there.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff in there. Now you can. This is the balance of the piano to the background. That's more piano. Now this is less piano. It'll go away completely
Right.
if you go down too far.
Cool.
So that's how that works. Now, this is all the instructions and everything. How
Okay.
this whole thing works. It's on a CD. Now, so many people don't have CD players anymore.
No, I've got a thing I can drive to the.
This is where you can record just directly off of here.
Okay.
It went away. There it is. Now, the green one puts
Yes,
you into
record.
record.
Okay.
So if we do this,
No, you have to hit the red one to record, duh.
Oh yeah, there we go. Green one to play.
there, okay. Now we can hit stop. And then we'll go back and hit this. And that's what I just did.
And it does a pedal and everything. It's
See, it's
Yeah.
playing the pedal and everything.
Yeah, cool. Really, actually, when you're listening to it, it sounds better than when you're playing
Right,
it.
because this is the worst seat in the house, is on
Yeah.
the keys. Always is.
Oh my God.
All right. I think we've
Awesome.
done up.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
Get
We'll, if you
invoice
want,
here.
I'll go down and give Stephanie the invoice and see if she can come up with something. Oh my God. What a day. I did not expect that. I was like, anyway, that's kind of like a typical day for me. So anyway, forgive me. Please understand why maybe I don't answer all the YouTube and Facebook comments, but I'm wasted. I think Yeah. I think this is how I'm gonna finish my day.